a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking facts, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, right around and around. My dog just called, say he finna touch down. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money calling right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Turn down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turn down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah.
Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 20. Looking to throw right away is Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Last week, 15 carries, 72 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Atlanta sending its offense out for the first time, and for the first time since 2008, it's a rookie who will handle things at quarterback. Out of Cincinnati, the third-round pick, Desmond Ridder.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run with Sanders off the option, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Got the comeback route complete to Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. An option handoff given to Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Going for it with Sanders. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Watson. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The Falcons and Panthers, of course, Rivals, but it wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. Look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th in the league in total yardage. The Panthers were 30th. Certainly both looking for an uptick here in 2022. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now a second down at 6. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They're going to look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's second and 8. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Got a man, it's London. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 21. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that'll bring him back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now back to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And his throw is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. On fourth down, Watson completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, you hate that defensively. They had it pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off of play action, it's Watson. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 13. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into the hands of London. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. That's brought in downfield by London. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Carolina getting set to take the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So from the $17 now. Here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Gaskin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point in the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Hubbard. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Giovanni Ricci, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So now Ritter and the Falcons down 17-13. Just under 2 minutes to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. He's back to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throwing now, Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
London holds this one in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw here. This is Robinson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. First down now, but that clock rolling. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for two. Ritter will throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll push the lead up to 8. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. Couple.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers.